And so eventually what our student index page is going to look like is this. And you can sort in ascending or descending order by last name or enrollment. That's what we are going to add right now. But you'll also be able to filter by name and go to different pages using buttons. So for sorting, we need to make quite a few changes to, and let me close some of these. I got way too many things open. All right, we're going to be making some changes to our code behind the index view. And specifically to this page model class. And so what I'm going to do is copy the page model class here. Copy this and paste it over this page model class. And then I'm going to explain how this works. And basically what it has done, it's kept the context the same, okay, and added 4 new properties: name sort and date sort. Basically store what we want to do in the name and the enrollment column for the next sort. So this information is passed on to the view with the current sort set, and it contains what we want to do next. So if they click on those column headings, the next value gets activated and passed back into the code here. Okay, so these are kind of tracking what we're going to do next. Okay, we aren't going to use the filter or the current sort yet. And then we have our student collection, our list, that we're going to generate and pass to the view. In onGetAsync, you can see that we are receiving a sort order. And then for these 2 properties, we are setting them. And again, we're going to set them and pass them along. They're going to be used in the view, and they're going to be used to determine what the user wants to see as far as a sort. And so initially, when we come in here, the name sort and date sort don't have anything in it, and the sort order doesn't have anything in it. So when we first bring up the page, none of these values are set. So name sort, it's checking to see if it is empty. And yes, the first time it comes through, it is. That's true. So we have the ternary if here, and it's true. So we're going to put name description, or name descending, I think that's what it's short for, name descending, into name sort. Okay. Then it's checking to see if the sort order is equal to date. Well, right now the sort order is equal to nothing. So that is false. So what it's going to do is it's going to put date into date sort. Okay. And sort order is still equal to nothing. So then we have our iQueryable collection based on the student class. And we've got a little object here called students IQ for iQueryable. And it's basically retrieving all of the students, okay, storing them in this object. Then we have our little switch, and it's looking at sort order. Is the sort order equal to name descending? No. Is it equal to date? No. Is it equal to date descending? No. Well, all that's left is for it to run through the default, which is to sort by last name in ascending order. So that is how it gets sorted. And then it is passed or stored in students here. And we've added on as no tracking because there is no state change. We're not changing any of the data here. We're just displaying it. And we are throwing it into a list, which gets stored in students. And this is what is accessed in the view. Okay, so that is what happens the first time through. So then let's take a look at what we need to do to the view. So I'm going to save this and we'll go into the view. And there are a couple little changes we need to make to this. And most of them deal with column headings. So let us find those changes. All right. Changes they want us to make here. Instead of displaying index, they want it to say students, which makes perfect sense. So we're going to change that in 2 spots. And then the headings need to change because basically this is where the links need to go. And those, we're going to access those properties that are created in the code behind to kind of adjust the sort order. So what I'm going to do, because I'm kind of a lazy typist, is we've got an opening TR here and a closing TR. So I'm just going to copy everything in between. And then I'm going to paste it right here. And the only other change I need to make is here, because what we are passing from the code behind is students. Okay, and here it says student. So we have to add an S to that. And that'll take care of that error. All right, now, what are these column headings doing? These are the 2 that are sortable. And so you can see that we have a little tag helper here that's actually going to set the sort order. So you can see it's ASP route sort order. So this is our sort order variable. So if they click on the heading, it's going to take what is in the name sort and put it into the sort order. If they click on the date heading, it's going to put what is in the date sort. It's going to put that into the sort order. All right, so let's pretend that they click on the date heading. Okay, what right now is stored in date sort is date. And now that gets placed into sort order. Okay, that then control goes back to the code behind. All right, so we're going to go back to the code behind and we're going to come through here. Well, now we do have something in sort order. Okay, what we have in sort order is date. So name sort equals, is the sort order empty or null? Nope, it is not. Okay, so this is false. So it's going to put a blank in the name sort. So we're just going to zap that out of there. And then does the sort order equal date? Yes, it does. Okay, so then we are going to change the date sort. So this is true. So then date descending is what gets placed in the date sort. Okay, and then we come down here and it retrieves all of the students. We go into the switch and we find date. And then we sort in ascending order by enrollment date. We come down here, we turn off tracking, we put it in a list and put it in students. Okay, so then it goes into the view. And so let's say, okay, so now we have it sorted by date, but let's say they want it sorted by date in descending order. Okay, so they click on this again. So what happens? All right, so they've clicked on this again, and it's going to take what is in date sort and put it into sort order. What is in date sort is date descending. So that gets placed here. Okay, and then we go back to the code behind. All right, so the code behind then pulls in sort order, which is now date descending. So the name sort is checking to see if it's null or empty. Right? Well, sort order is not null or empty. It is date descending. So that's false. So it just keeps the blank there. Is the sort order equal to date? No, it is not. It's equal to date descending. Okay, so it does not equal date. That is false. So then it puts date in there. Okay, then it retrieves all of the rows, stores it in the student's IQ, iQueryable variable, and then we go through the switch, and the sort order is date descending. So now it takes all that data and sorts it in descending order, where we then turn off the tracking, throw it in a list, put it into students, and send it back to the view. All right, so now we're back in the view. Let's say they're tired of sorting by date, and now they're going to sort by name. So they click on name. Whatever is in name sort goes into sort order. Well, what's in name sort right now is nothing. So then sort order becomes nothing. So we go back into the code behind, and sort order is now equal to nothing. So name sort equals is the string for the sort order null or empty? Why, yes, that is true. So now it's going to put name descending into name sort. Then it says, is the sort order equal to date? Well, no, it is not, because the sort order is equal to nothing. Okay, so it doesn't equal date. That is false. So it's going to put date in there. So that really isn't going to change. And then it retrieves all of the rows, stores it in the student iQueryable object, and we go through the switch. And is the sort order name descending? No. Is it date? No. Is it date descending? No. So we go through the default and we sort everything A to Z by last name. Okay, and then we go back into the view. And now if they click on name again, what's in name is name descending. So sort order becomes name descending. And back to the code behind we go. So I think you guys are getting the hang of this. At least I hope you are. So I am going to save everything and we will run this so you can actually see it work in action. So here it is. Let's go into students. So here are the two columns and we'll do enrollment date. So now it's sorted by date. Let's do it again. So now it is in descending order and you can tell by year if you look at that. Let's go by name. Now it's ascending by name. Let's do it again. Now it is descending by name. Okay, so let's close that. So we are done with sorting. And the next video is going to walk through the next part of this little section, which is filtering.